Hello, this is a message for the Aquarius and Pisces collective, all placements. It doesn't matter if you're Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, doesn't matter, okay? I don't care if your Pluto is in Pisces. All placements are welcome, okay? So diving right into your guys' energy, Spirit actually told me to recommend the song Smile by Katy Perry, and we actually just did that song on my other platform not too long ago. And so I was like, are you sure, really? And I remember yesterday I had said something about them repeating songs, and the angels told me, sit down, the grown-ups are trying to tell a story. And so I was like, oh, okay, I just work here. Ooh, foot cramp. I just got a foot cramp. Interesting. It was in my left foot. Okay, so getting into your guys' energy, I feel like with the symbolism of smile coming through, it could be talking about you getting your smile back after a devastating storm, because you're able to find gratitude in the small things and kind of take away certain lessons, and you're able to see in hindsight why certain connections had to fall away. We have Two of Pentacles showing up in reverse right away. The King of Swords in reverse behind that. I feel like you may have had some falling out due to harsh words or arguments, a lot of conflict. And you're starting to kind of play back on repeat certain memories that you've had with relationships. I'm picking up on romantic relationships in particular, but this could apply to business and platonic as well. I feel like you may be playing certain failures and successes on repeat right now, and the reason why that's coming through and playing kind of like a movie in your mind at times is so that you can take away the lessons. We have Six of Pentacles, so that you can be of service to your community in some way. Okay, let's see. Very first card for the Aquafish, please. I'm also feeling this sense of dread, like feeling like you're not ready. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, holding on to certain things, or maybe you just recently went through a major purge, and that could be why this is coming up in reverse. The Page of Wands also showing up in reverse. Can I get clarity on these two cards, please? Thank you. Okay, so we have the Magician. Something about your resources feeling restrained in some way, because in this Four of Pentacles card, the imagery, this person is chained to their desk. You might feel like you're a slave to your resources. You might feel like you have to sacrifice parts of yourself for financial security, whether this is being true to a job that isn't true to you. It could be a relationship that's taking advantage of you. I am picking up on somebody who's constantly diminishing your value, trying to dim your shine, so to speak, but in passive aggressive ways. And what we need to remember is that passive aggression is still aggression. I'm very much drawn to this white rabbit here in this Magician card. You might be starting to learn certain tricks. I'm feeling like a peek behind the curtain at the Wizard of Oz. You might be starting to see how certain interactions are taking place. I'm feeling very much in the workplace right now. And I think that you're taking this home. You're able to apply it to the way that people at home are treating you. For better and for worse, I'm hearing. We have the Sun here. There are certain things that are being drawn into clarity right now that you're starting to see almost for the first time with fresh eyes. I feel like this is going to contribute to the longevity of your finances. I'm seeing a lot of money here. The Sun card. We also have the Nine of Wands, and then we have this lock here. You know, I was at the chiropractor a couple weeks ago. And I went with my mom actually to another doctor's office first. And she was inside. I was sitting outside in the car because I was afraid of being exposed to like fragrances and stuff. So I was in a town that is traditionally pretty safe. And I've always felt really comfortable there. But for whatever reason, I'm like listening to something. I'm like not really aware of my surroundings. And I felt this urge, right? Like this intuitive nudge, lock your door. And I'm like, why would I lock my door? I feel safe. But because, it's better to be safe than sorry, I went ahead and closed my door, locked it. And just a few moments later, this couple pulled up next to me. And the guy gets out of the car, and I don't know if she couldn't hear him or if she was just ignoring him, because I could hear him perfectly fine with my windows up and everything. But he was like, lock the door. Lock the door. He was like trying to tell her, lock the door, I'll be right back, right? But she like wasn't responding to him. So he walked around to the other side of the car and he was like, lock the mother effing door. And he went inside, and you know what? Nothing happened. Like, right? My mom came out a little while later, and everything was fine. Everything was safe. But I thought it was kind of synchronistic, and it's just showed me, something about the lock, first of all, and locking the door. And I think we're going to find out more about that right now. It says perseverance, ongoing battle, and protecting assets. And I think it has to do with us learning to listen to our intuition, even if we want to dismiss it, even if there's no reason or cause for alarm, and learning to listen to those intuitive nudges, because for whatever reason, they're there to keep us safe. Okay. All right. What is it you'd like us to know about this lock here, Spirit, please? Ooh, gosh. Right to the point there with the devil. I feel like there could be something. This light is really bothering me. Hold on. There could be something actually where you're coming into something. I'm focusing on this Magician card here. Oh, it's terrible too. So I'm focusing on this Magician card here, and I really think that you're materializing some kind of financial gain that's meant to bring you a lot of happiness because of your perseverance. You've been through a huge battle, a huge storm here. And I feel like there's going to be certain temptations, connections, or situations that seem too good to be true. I heard get rich quick schemes here. I also feel like this is just connections and relationships, that you are a very giving person, and with the sun showing up here, the Magician and the devil, I feel like God has given you the gift of giving. I think we saw the 6 of coins earlier in the shuffle, so I'm feeling like you were given the gift of giving, and this blessing is coming through not just for you, but for kingdom purposes, right? For to serve the greater collective and the greater good, and the devil is going to want to come and sabotage that. And so some of these exercises were learning experiences to help strengthen your discernment, for you to not only gain perseverance and to gain faith when you're not able to fully see, right? In those moments where we feel forsaken, to continue to walk by faith and not by sight, and to continue to listen to that inner voice. Okay, gaining some clarity, please, on the 4 of Pentacles, Page of Wands in reverse here. What is it that you're trying to tell us with these cards? Ooh, thank you. We got the lock here. It says not enough. It says there's plenty to go around. Feel yourself in the flow. I have plenty of money. So this 4 of Pentacles in reverse, the Page of Wands in reverse, God was training you, redirecting you on how it is to be in alignment and make your money. These are situations that were sent your way so that you would learn how to really lock down certain, it says, I have plenty of money. To lock down and protect things that you have to keep safe, assets, whether they're tangible or intangible in nature. They were gifted to you, and God doesn't want you sharing them with people that haven't done the work, with people that are wanting to stay in repeating cycles, with people that are still serving the devil in some way. I just heard 2 masters. Okay, so that's what this is about. Sell your soul. That's what it says on the side. It says, rip up contracts you made in your mind about money. I am free to be wealthy. This is talking about not having to sacrifice your integrity, not having to sacrifice your morals in some way to be able to stay wealthy. There's so many people that will sacrifice even, truth, the things that they believe in. They'll tell lies for a job that honestly really doesn't have any loyalty to them in return. They do that for friends. They do it for lovers, right? And this is something that I feel like you're releasing with the cards in reverse, because you do have, there's 3 major arcana here. One of them being the devil, but there is this great potential, this pathway to extreme happiness, healing, and abundance. We got money drain is what's on the other side. Money drain. You spend more than you make. Drop what's needless. Money flows into my life. And so with the devil here, that could be talking about toxicity of you mismanaging your finances, or this could be energy levels as well. This could be you depleting yourself, all of your resources in some way for FOMO, right? Trying to keep up with your neighbor, lying to yourself that you're going to find happiness in a bottomless pit of false joys, what I'm picking up on. Kind of like with alcohol, like it numbs the pain, but that's not necessarily happiness. That's not the same as being actually fulfilled and happy. It's just kind of a band-aid. I'm seeing a band-aid on the leak for a dam, like a major dam that's about to burst. We have money is evil. When I quit shuffling, it says, you can do a lot of good and help others with money. I am generous with money. And so there is a big plan here for you to help some way, somehow, to help God deliver blessings to others, whether this is to the planet, to your community, whatever it is. It could be your bloodline, right? It doesn't have to be massive or on a global scale. But that's why the devil is wanting to come in and take it from you, and God is trying to train you to lock it down. We got fear of loss here. Bless your money that goes out and it returns tenfold. My wealth steadily grows. Okay, clarifying the Magician card here. What can you tell us about this Magician card? Okay. Work hard in silence. If you're working on multiple projects, Spirit is wanting for you to keep it to yourself until you can get it off the ground with this Page of Wands in reverse, because there is this watching energy that's around you. Very much lock it down, okay? Ooh, I split the deck. We got persistence here. It says, your efforts have not gone unnoticed. Success is just around the corner. Follow through with what you set out to do consistently until you reach your goal. Hard work is required to keep building on your finances. And so I think that this is, I'm picking up on that saying where they say, whenever there's a blessing just ahead, the devil will try to get you to look behind you. And that could be why some of these memories are playing on repeat as well. We got easy does it, and there's that little seedling again. Slow and steady wins the race. This is not a good time to rush. Pay attention to every detail. Careful not to get involved with any get-rich-quick schemes. I'm telling you guys, it's like I'm psychic or something. I don't know. I feel like with this get-rich-quick scheme, work hard in silence, especially if there are these gigantic blessings coming in the form of finances. There may be a lot of people coming out of the woodwork, is what I'm hearing, starting to come to you with certain offers, acting like they are going to be in your corner, when in actuality, I feel like you've just gone through hell, right? With the Devil card showing up here in the night, right next to the Nine of Wands. And where were they, right? When times were tough. We had, what was it that I was just looking at? Oh, this right here. Do you see how this guy is chained and he's trying to like saw his way? Oh, this guy. Trying to saw his way to freedom. It just reminds me of this Page of Pentacles. And you might actually be tempted to go back to certain things, like a certain job that you already escaped from, certain relationships that you already escaped from. Spirit is encouraging change. We don't want to go backwards. We want to constantly move ahead. If something was meant to come back around, There would be a lot of synchronicity involved, and it would feel good. Okay, if you have any kind of doubt about going backwards, going in reverse, this is the devil trying to get you to miss an opportunity that lies just ahead. So continue persevering, continue working in silence. And I feel like that's going to pay off. We have promoter here, and so you could be feeling called to like announce to people what you have going on, but it's not being advised. The Spirit is wanting for you to lock it down at this time. I feel like there's going to be a time and a place for testimony, for excitement, for sharing, but now is not the time, because with this lock energy and also these chains, there's something about this lock and this chain. So I don't know if this is talking about you still being locked into place and captivated by something the devil is offering. We have trust here. So it says the universe is asking for you to trust your needs will be met. There is a spiritual reason on why you're experiencing this cycle, and this is a good time to connect with your spirit guides. Got recognition here on the bottom of the deck. Not chasing recognition, knowing that it's going to find you, okay? And knowing that that's not an indication that you're not enough, or that your work is not enough here with this lock here. Again, your affirmation is, I have plenty of money. So that's a cycle and a habit that we're leaving in the past. Sacrificing ourselves for others, whether that's for a paycheck, for love, for appreciation. It's all of the devil when we start intermingling with that. Okay. All right, can I get some more advice for the Aquafish Collective here, please? We're going to look at your self-care. Looks like I have a couple of random cards mixed in here, but Aquafish, what kind of self-care is the Aquafish looking at right now? What kind of self-care do we need? Let's see. We got go full introvert. So yeah, lock it down. Spend time alone to experience, appreciate, and love yourself. So if you're starting to think that something in the past is looking more appealing than what you have ahead of you, take a nap. Take a bath. You know, really go within and start, you know that it doesn't have to be decided today. Know that you don't necessarily have to take any steps forward if you're feeling called in your spirit to take a pause. Sorry, my camera just shut off, but I was saying don't feel like you have to take a step forward if you're feeling in your spirit to take a pause, okay? We got get outdoors, get more done. So taking time to disconnect and to get outdoors, she's also standing outside, is going to help you to really connect to your intuition a little bit more, to see how you can best move forward confidently. Okay, what do we have here? What else do you want us to know for the Aquafish? Okay, so we have make a vision board. Staying focused on your own vision, not allowing the vision of others to convolute or cloud that. It says, remind yourself why you began this journey in the first place. Advice for the Aquafish, please. Practice gratitude, which I know she talks about in that song. And she's also wearing black and white in that song, which is that yin-yang energy of even when times are really, really good, there's going to be that little speck of something that irritates you or you still feel kind of sad about. And even when things are really, really bad, there's still that speck of gratitude, things that we could be thankful for, things that, keep us going, give us purpose, give us passion is what I heard. Anything else for the Aquafish? Start a side hustle. It says, never stop the hustle. And the best way to become your own boss is to start a side hustle. And I think that that's what you're working on right now. Figuring out not only what does success mean to you, what does being rich and making progress mean to you, staying focused on progress, not perfection, and knowing that when you finally obtain everything that you've ever wanted, then what, right? Then what? Set relationship goals. That's why they say it's about the journey, not the destination, right? Recognize what makes you happy and strive to find that in your life, okay? Crown chakra. You're working on your crown right now. You're working on interpreting messages from spirit. You're working on your focus and this gratitude of even when connections fall away, even when situations didn't pan out the way that we had hoped or the way that we wanted, people expose themselves in a less than favorable light, right? We're grateful that we dodged that bullet. We're grateful that we accepted that situation and got out of our own way. It's kind of this energy of love spells, right? I'm not seeing it in the cards, but this is what's coming to me. If we had the option to cast love spells to prevent our own heartbreak when somebody walks away from us, would we, right? How many of us try to do that? How many of us would go to a practitioner and ask them to bring back something that we've lost? Or is it going to happen? Can it happen? What can I pay to bring this person back? Only to then find out that we blocked our real soulmate from coming in by wasting time with this other person. And not only that, this person that, you may not know them now, but your spirit certainly does. And you're not seeing the pain and despair that other connection is going through wherever they are, all alone or in their own toxic environment, their own toxic relationship, wondering where you are, right? And you're over here with some clown, right? Wasting your time. And that's when we allow certain manifestations, right? With the Magician here and right on top of the Devil in my placements. There are certain manifestations that are demonic, and I'm just going to put it out there. There's certain teachings out there, you guys in the spiritual community, that want you to believe that you know better than God, what your path should be, what your destiny should be. And life really is a dance of being able to release when we need to with that Four of Coins, and being able to create when we need to with this Magician, right? So yes, it's a good thing to have goals, to have that vision, to stay focused on our progress. But there are certain times where we don't know what we don't know. And it's also this energy of like missing your exit on the freeway and not even understanding that you just avoided detriment and some kind of like accident on your way. When you got to work safely, when you got home safely to your family that night, you didn't even thank God for that reroute, that redirection that saved your life because you didn't know. You never stopped to think about the possibility of detriment that could have came your way. Instead, you got irritated that you had to reroute and add an extra 15 minutes onto your journey. It's the same thing when it comes to spiritual goals. And navigating this life and remembering that we don't ever throw ourselves away over a gosh darn relationship. We don't ever sacrifice ourselves for a job that would replace you in an instant should you be caught in an accident or just vanish from the face of the earth. The show must go on, right? I'm hearing that song in Moulin Rouge where he says the show must go on. And I think she literally just found out that she was dying or something. And she was showing up for work. There's the confirmation. She was showing up for work. The show must go on. She said, inside my heart is breaking. My makeup is flaking. But still, I carry on. And it's these ideas, these loyalties to connections that refuse to be loyal to us, yet we're programmed to be good little boys and good little girls. And to show up no matter what. Well, on the bottom of the deck here, fuck being nice. Be nice, but not too nice. Not everyone deserves your kindness. And not everyone deserves your loyalty. There's a difference between being kind and being nice. Let go and move on. Don't worry about these toxic connections that you're walking away from. Worry about those God-given connections that you're refusing to see, that you're refusing to walk into. Your angels are trying to tell you to release that control. We got crystal healing here. You may be feeling called to work with crystals at this time, to tap into the consciousness and the lessons that they have to teach you. Use crystals to raise your vibration and renew your energy. I've also started charging my crystals in my houseplants, so that's something that might be useful for some of you guys. Spirit told me that it was more effective than charging it under the moon or anything like that, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going off of the advice of Spirit. We got undecided. In this lifetime, you were given the opportunity to fully explore your options and prepare you for the next. As a result, you may experience many new adventures. Okay. Oh, look, and then bottom of the deck it says, have fun again. Okay. So I want to close out. I've got some things I got to do real quick before my daughter wakes up. So I'm going to close out with these. What are these? Beauty Dream Oracle. Okay, closing messages. Is there anything you'd like the Aquafish to know before we go? Please, Spirit. Aquafish. Okay, so it says praying. Hoping for a solution, losing faith in life, and a prayer will be answered. When in doubt, pray. Take this time to pray, to ask God if you are undecided. If certain choices are seeming unclear at this time, take that time to pause and to pray. And then listen for the answer and know it might not be what you expect. Okay. Anything else for the Aquafish? Thank you. Okay, so we got apple. Making healthy choices, a passion for life and vitality and good health. So the apple has actually been coming up in my collective messages a lot on my other channel, and it's a reference to Adam and Eve, the temptation, the tree of good and evil, right? Knowledge of good and evil. And the serpent tempting the woman. Ye shall not surely die. Ooh, look, and then we got halo here. Filled with the divine light, supernatural energies, spiritual development. A lot of this despair has come your way because of your spiritual development, because you have a big purpose here. Some way, somehow, for someone, somewhere, your story matters. We have robbed, and it came out in reverse. It says, someone taking what's yours, lost opportunity, robbed of power and happiness. And that's the devil. Tried to come through and rob you of your power and happiness. I'm picking up on that movie Dogma in the very beginning when the angels convince a nun that God doesn't exist just because they're bored. And it's kind of like the same thing with this devil energy. They'll try to trick you off of your path, out of your blessings, because of the things that you're here to minister, because of the things that you're here to teach others, to light the way. Don't be afraid to clean house, okay? Anything else? Closing out. Oopsies. Oopsies, oopsies. Oops-a-daisy. Okay, so we have anger. Ooh, gosh. If you're feeling angry towards God because of the way that people have treated you, confirmation. Because of the way that people have treated you, try to release that. I know it's easier said than done, but this is going to open up so many pathways for you and allow your blessings to start coming in, because we have here same-sex love and police came out both in reverse. And so there's certain ideologies, judgments, and criticisms that come from the church which are rooted in man-based beliefs, and are not reflective of God or, some of the teachings of the Bible. Okay, that's another card that came out. And so being able to differentiate between God, the teachings of the Bible, and the church, and the man-made doctrine that they've tried to intermingle to confuse you, to serve another purpose, to serve another master. It's religious trauma that a lot of people have. And it's not a bad thing. It's just something that if you can bring it into the forefront and start talking directly to source again, if you're able to release this anger some way, somehow, it's going to open the pathways for you to be able to heal others even better. There's the cloud. The cloud symbolism. God was coming through in the form of a cloud in my readings, in my collective readings, symbolic of even when the storm comes through, it doesn't mean that it's not coming from God. And God has appeared in the Bible in the form of a cloud. And to bring evidence of not only the existence of this divine power, but the authority that it has when you go into agreement to co-create rather than to take the show, right? To be the star of the show, knowing that you're a co-star. The grown-ups are trying to tell a story, right? Connection to spirit, higher consciousness, intellectual shift is what this card says. So if you guys didn't get a chance to see my readings that are related to what I'm talking about, I'll try to link them for you in the description box so you can go ahead and see. But there is this song by NF called Clouds. And it starts out with him actually grabbing an apple from the refrigerator. And he's talking about how it feels to hold on to his work, to lock it down and to keep it to himself, and how it starts to kind of convolute, right? I think Lil Wayne says something in one of his songs I was listening to this morning too about I sing because I have so much going on inside my head. Confirmation. So there's some kind of creative hobby or a side hustle that Spirit is encouraging that you pour this creative inspiration into. And to keep it safe from this devil energy here. Inner conflict, unexpressed anger, conflict with somebody, and robbed. It's not in your imagination. There is some kind of opposing force around you that's trying to keep you from being able to see your blessings. I'm really focused on this bowl of water here, and Spirit showing me the scene in that song NF Clouds where he's coming out of a burning building and he grabs a glass of water and he says something like, "How was your year? Really sucked? Yeah, that's what I figured." And the firemen are like, "Are you going to use that water to put out this burning house?" And he's like, "Nah." And realistically, like, what is that cup of water going to do on a burning house? Right? And plus he just survived it. He just walked out of there. Like, no, he's not going to go back, and he needs that water for himself, right? To replenish. I mean, he didn't end up drinking it, but that's besides the point, you guys. Maybe because he gets his replenishment from another source, right? I feel like you're finally choosing yourself. You're finally choosing you because you can see that God chose you. And that's what he says in that song as well. He says, "I don't got no trophies. I don't know why God chose me." And it's because God likes to choose all of the biggest losers. All of the people that have lost people, money, themselves. And the reason for that is because it allows God to find you and to bring you back from the brink of death, the brink of destruction and despair. And I think that constitutes a little bit of forgiveness. And reflection on who really did you dirty. Was it man? Was it those that man was serving? Or was it God? I'll talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Have a good day.